Hey, what's up, everybody? So I wanted to talk about the incident that happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where a 46-year-old man by the name of George Floyd was killed while being detained by Minneapolis police officers. And in a video that has went viral, a Minneapolis police officer by the name of Derek Chauvin is seen having his knee on the back of George Floyd's neck for several minutes as he is crying out and screaming and saying that I can't breathe. And as this is occurring, the police officer, Derek Chauvin, is mocking George Floyd, saying that this is why you shouldn't do drugs. And he's arguing with the crowd. And it's a very disturbing video, to say the least. And, you know, as of this video, this police officer has been fired, along with three other police officers whose names are Tou Thao, Alexander Kueng, and Thomas Lane. And this is a very disturbing incident because the police officer didn't even get his knee off his neck until another I don't know if he was a paramedic or officer arrived. And from what I read, they checked his pulse inside the ambulance, and he had no pulse and he was dead. But as soon as he lifted his knee off of his neck, he was unresponsive. Like, he wasn't moving. It looked, I mean, he looked like he was already dead when as soon as he lifted his knee off of his neck. And the fact that he was mocking him during his last minutes on this earth, I mean, it's disturbing. And first and foremost, I just don't understand how someone can feel the need to put their knee on the back of someone's neck. Like, once you have someone in handcuffs, you are pretty much in control of that person. They can probably kick you, maybe, or try to bite you. But if they're on the ground on their stomach, I mean, there's really not a whole lot they can do. I mean, you can have your, you can hold them down, like maybe on their back or something. I don't know, but on the back of their neck, I mean, that's sick. And the fact that he was mocking him while he was doing it too. And I took a self defense class in college, and I believe that the instructor was like, he was teaching us like jujitsu or something. And from what I recall, he said that once you have someone's control someone's wrist, you're able to basically control their movement. So like, once you have someone like this, once you were able to get their, like, at least one of their hands like this or whatever, you were able to move them as you please or whatever. And I mean, I'm not even a police officer. I'm an engineer, and this is a man who should have been trained to do this day in, and I mean, he should know how to detain suspects without killing them. And I feel like he maliciously did this to this man, and I feel like he should be held accountable for it. Like, I think that police officers in cases like this should be held to a much higher standard than the average citizen, because we entrust them with protecting us and our communities. And the fact that he just disregarded this man's life is disgusting. And I have people who are in law enforcement in my family, and actually my uncle, who's been a major influence. He was a male role model in my life coming up, and even today. And a few years back, I interviewed him, because he's a retired police officer from Akron. And we spoke on a lot of the incidents that happened, throughout the country. And he said that a lot of people bring up the training, or whatever. He said that no amount of training is going to do anything when someone just doesn't have the right temperament for a job. And he said that if you're not able to react to stressful situations in a calm and collected manner, then you have no business being a police officer. Like, certain jobs and occupations require a certain kind of person, and not everyone's built to do those kind of jobs. Like, I do engineering, and sometimes you might be up against a deadline, or you might go to a customer and their line is down, and if their line is down, let's say for an hour, they might lose 50, 100 grand, whatever. So your back's against the wall, so it's like you have to be able to be calm and collected in order to make rational decisions with solving these issues. Because for instance, if I am stressed out or freaked out or whatever, then you actually might cause more damage than what's actually the issue or whatever. It might be a couple broken wires, or a motor might got burnt out and you only got to replace some cables, but you start willy-nilly taking stuff apart, then you might destroy it, something that costs a couple $100,000. So it's like you just have to have a certain cool like calm and collectedness to you. You dig what I'm saying? So I just feel like with these police officers, it's just some people just aren't built to be in certain occupations. My girlfriend's a respiratory therapist at a major hospital dealing with COVID-19 patients, and sometimes she has a patient and one night and then the next day they're gone. So it's like you just have to. It's just, once again, some occupations require calm and collected people, and in regards to these police officers, yeah, not only should they be fired, they should be held criminally accountable for what they did, especially Derek Chauvin, because there's no excuse for what he did. I don't see how in any way, shape, or form you can defend his actions in that situation, because there was hundreds of other ways he could have subdued George Floyd. I mean, put him in the back of your police car and then do your investigation for I guess they said he had like a fake $20 bill or something. I mean, you killed a man over a fake $20 bill. I mean, that's pretty low and sick. And these police officers, I'm glad that there is some sort of federal investigation against them for their actions, and I hope that justice is served. And if you guys could, please comment below, tell me what you guys think. And I'm also going to be leaving the links to the interviews with my uncle in the description as well. Hope you guys have a nice day, and please be safe. Thanks for watching.